Heaven isn't too far away, and even if she drives you crazy, you can turn back time to 1989 on this brand new episode of Totally 80s and 90s Recall. Hello and welcome. If you're new to this show, we are so excited that you found us. And for our returning listeners, it's always great to have you back. Well, if you love all things 80s and 90s, from music and movies to television and pop culture, then this is the podcast for you. I am one of your hosts, David, joined as always by someone they say is crazy and definitely doesn't care, my good friend, Rob.
Oh, so much wrong with that statement. But hey, I want to welcome all of our directionally challenged listeners. I know for me this week, I felt a little turned around, not completely on my game here in the studio. So, but I wanted to give a simple 10-step process to all of my directionally challenged friends.
People going the wrong way?
Yeah, just kind of feeling not, kind of out of sorts. So step number 1, you need to stand in the place where you live. Okay. Step number 2, now you want to face north. Step number 3, you're going to think about the direction and wonder why you haven't before. Okay. Step number 4, you're going to stand in the place where you work.
Yes.
And then step number 5, now you face west. Think about the place where you live and wonder why you haven't before. Step number 6, if you're confused, check with the sun. Seems pretty straightforward. Step 7, you might also consider carrying a compass to help you along. Step 8, don't be alarmed, but your feet are going to be on the ground and your head is there to move you around. Step number 9, it's always a good reminder that if wishes were trees, then trees would be falling.
Trees would be falling.
That seems pretty, I mean, I don't know why anybody wouldn't think of that.
Yeah.
And then the last step, listen to reason because reason is calling. So no matter your direction, we're glad that you found us today.
Yes.
So, yeah,
hopefully the calling
10-step process.
Yeah, the calling was to bring you to us today.
Yes.
And so those are some tough lyrics.
Yeah.
So hopefully they'll be able to decipher that one this week.
Yeah.
So, and if you're able to guess band and song name, you'll be our Totally 80s and 90s Recall listener of the week.
Oh.
That's not a real thing.
I wish we had a little dinger. Ding, 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 ding.
Ding, 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 ding. Yeah.
That's not in the budget.
We don't have, we can only spend so much money. So, on this podcast, Rob and I will travel back to the 2 decades that shaped not only our lives, but influenced the world for generations that followed. Each episode, we will develop and discuss lists of selected topics, or perhaps identify a significant event, movie, or whatever we recall from growing up in the 80s and 90s, providing some awesome memories, fun, and of course, nostalgia along the way. And after saying all that, Rob, please tell us what topic we will be covering for this episode.
Yeah, so we are doing another Billboard episode.
Yes.
Our first Billboard episode was very well received by our listeners. So it's one of our more popular, it's the second most popular.
Second most.
Yeah.
Yes.
But we're looking at the Billboard Hot 100 for this week in 1989.
Not quite.
No?
Well, we're looking at 1989 as a whole, not just this week.
Oh, no. Yeah, good call.
Yes.
By month. Yes, we're looking at 1989 by month.
That is correct.
Yes, and we're doing the same thing, picking songs for each other. For each month.
Yes.
For the year of 1989.
And I'm hoping you get me some home runs this time.
Okay.
Because last time
let's unpack that really quick.
Last time you were trying to stump me and some others.
We got some feedback that was that your list.
Your wife said my list was superior.
Yeah. And not just my wife.
That's your wife.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But a lot of people in your team.
Yes.
Team Dave. Said your list for me was more accurate and that my list, I maybe was fooling around.
And that you grossly gave a terrible grade to the crash test dummies.
I don't apologize for that.
Never been a C.
I'm holding tight to that. Fine. I will apologize for maybe being a little silly with the list.
No, it wasn't silly.
I like the songs. I thought you would like them.
I understood what you were trying to do. But they just felt I was a little superior to that. And if we listen to the grades again, I did have a few more A's than you had C's. So
Yeah.
that works out.
Well,
And as an educator, you know those are the differences.
yeah.
Right? So, well, we're at it again
grades
today,
are
Rob,
overrated.
picking songs for each other, as you said.
Yeah.
And it was a lot of fun last time and kind of educational, as it turns out.
Yeah.
So we're going to run it back. Feedback was, as you just said, definitely a little more in my favor, but we still think you did a solid job. And I will always admit that you closed that list very strong. So,
Good. At least I can do things right occasionally.
Once in a while.
Yeah, once in a while.
We get lucky.
Yeah.
Well, 1989, which is what we're covering,
Mm-hmm.
was the last year of the 80s. And as a kid, this kind of felt exciting to me because being born in 76, I was too young to realize the end of the 70s and the beginning of the 80s. So this was what felt like my first transition into a new decade.
Okay.
And the excitement of what's going to happen in the 90s, like music, internet, all that. We couldn't have predicted any of those things. So things I would have not imagined in 89 happened in the 1990s, and it was kind of exciting at that turn of the decade.
Yeah. Similar. Yeah. What about I would have been 12?
Yeah.
So I'm just entering, your early teens, I
You were
guess.
entering the prime of your life.
So a lot of these songs were kind of the first songs I remember, that became popular culture, and you remember, and
Oh yeah.
You heard it on the radio, and I was old enough to hear them and know them, and so
Perfect.
and actually kind of start understanding, going, oh, that song's a little provocative, or
yes.
going, ooh, that's so
Yeah, there were lots of provocative songs.
Yeah.
Well, some things going on in 89 that you may be interested in, Rob.
ooh, I like this stuff.
Batman came out
Oh,
with the Michael Keaton.
yeah.
We were very excited for that. I remember.
Argument. Do you remember the Batman comic we had?
Yes, we did.
That we shared.
Paying for that. I still have it at home.
Oh, you do still have it?
I do.
Okay, good.
Yeah, it's in plastic still. Not
Yeah.
worth anything.
No, I
The
know.
guy at the store sold us on the fact that Batman comic was going to send us to college.
It was the episode where Robin died.
Yes.
Yeah.
He told us, he got us good.
And it was like almost a hardback
Yeah, it was
style.
like a graphic novel.
Yeah. And I kept it forever, and we were going to share it. And,
Yeah.
and then so finally, when I found out it was worth only like $5,
Yeah,
I was
it's
like,
worth
hey,
nothing.
it's your turn.
Yep, you get to hold on to it now. So Batman was cool. The boy bands and how they would look in the 90s and 2000s emerged with the New Kids. 89's kind of when they got huge. Seinfeld and Saved by the Bell debuted.
Okay.
Both very good shows. And McDonald's failed for once as they tried to sell pizza. Now, I got to be honest, I don't remember them selling pizza, but maybe they didn't do it very long. But
That was in the U.S.?
it was.
Wow,
So
I don't remember.
They tried to sell pizza. It failed miserably, and it's like a big deal. So
Wow.
So those are a few things from 1989 on top of the fact that you were 12.
I
So
was
we don't want
12.
to forget that happened
Yeah.
too, right? So you got anything else from 89 that sounds
I
cool?
don't. I've got nothing.
That's good. Good pre-work on your part there. So, well, in a year where Rick Moranis shrunk his kids and the Honda Accord was the #1 car sold in America, let's see if we can hang tough with the music of 1989. So I love keeping Rob on his toes on this podcast. So for this assignment, I decided to make it a little more difficult for him. We each had to select a song that debuted on the Billboard Hot 100 in each month of 1989. So as complicated as that sounds, it's going to make a 12-song playlist. So in every month of the year in 1989, if you look on the Billboard Hot 100, every week, 5 to 10 songs debut. So it's the first week they're on the countdown. So you had to pick a song from each month that debuted in that month for the other person, and that makes that 12-song playlist. And then you do get one honorable mention that
that one didn't
can
have
come from
to.
anywhere.
Okay, anyway.
It had to debut, but it could come from any month. It's from wherever you picked it up. So this is your chance as we get into this list to totally redeem yourself and put out some good songs.
Okay. All right. Man, now I'm all like nervous. I'm all in my head, and because I got everybody gave me such great feedback.
Everyone's looking at you now. So you can imagine everyone's on here going, all right, Rob, you get another chance.
Bated breath. And then
Let's
I'm going
go.
to come out of the gate with this one.
This one?
So here we go.
Okay.
Song
let's
number
get
1.
it started.
All right.
So this is January.
This is January.
All right.
And this is
Walk the Dinosaur.
Walk the Dinosaur.
I like this.
Okay.
So so we'll go B. B plus.
Okay.
B plus.
Okay. B plus.
Yes.
Okay.
I'll go B plus. I like this song.
Yeah. And this is probably the most.
It's a weird song.
It is weird, but
The Akalaka Boom is
Yeah,
a lot.
yeah.
Right?
yeah.
That's a good song.
Yeah. So it's probably the most. It's probably the oddest song that was the only one I think on this list that I am a little worried about. But now I feel good that I get a B plus. I'll take that. Absolutely. The only thing I got quite a few things written down for the song, but it actually debuted in January at number 74.
Okay.
So that's where it started.
Yes.
It reached number 7 was the highest that it got. It was their biggest hit, obviously. But one thing that I didn't know is that it's actually about nuclear holocaust.
Okay.
I had no idea.
Yeah, doesn't seem like it.
But it kind of turned into this like dance thing. But yeah, it was actually more about the A-bomb.
No, okay.
And when you read the lyrics, you can kind of see what they're talking about. But anyway, yeah.
I just like to think of it as about walking dinosaurs.
Yeah, that's what.
Boom, boom, aka boom.
Yeah, and the video was kind of like
Catchy little
girls
thing.
dressed like the Flintstones kind of thing. And,
Yeah, that's pretty good.
yeah, but yeah. So
Who
there you
doesn't
go.
like the Flintstones?
So there you go.
All right.
I thought you'd like that.
Good
So
start. B plus.
B plus.
Much better than your last start.
All right.
Because the last
Okay.
start was Hammer's Prey.
Okay, but that's a fun one.
So
We
just
like
gonna
that
go-
one.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. B plus.
Right. Well,
Okay.
for you in January, I went with a pretty big song.
Oh
All
boy.
right. It is The Living Years by Mike
Oh.
and the Mechanics.
Yeah. That's a good pick.
Yeah.
And
I really like this song myself. So
Yeah.
I figured you'd like it.
oh yeah.
So that he said,
Man,
let's talk about this song a little bit.
Yeah.
Debuted at number 79 the week of January 7th. Would eventually obviously hit number 1 in the US, Canada, Australia, Ireland, and Japan. I thought that was pretty interesting. This was the band's only number 1 hit and its last top 10 on the Billboard Hot 100. It was nominated for 4 Grammys, sadly not winning any of them, but those are good to be nominated. And in 1996, Burt Bacharach opined that this was one of the finest lyrics of the last 10 years.
the great Burt Bacharach.
Burt Bacharach.
Wow.
Yes.
Well, I will tell you, in my research, I listed out all the songs that debuted, and then I was also thinking in my head, which ones would you pick
Yes.
for me?
Oh.
And this is one.
Did you think I would pick this for you?
I did.
Okay.
I looked at all the choices and I thought,
I'm interested to know what you think because I looked at a few of those too. And
Yeah.
I have a couple months in my mind where if there wasn't a song that stuck out like a thorn,
yeah,
I'll be shocked.
oh yeah,
Because I saw a couple where I'm like, oh, this is a freebie for him.
yeah.
So we'll see if you hit the freebies.
Yeah, that's what I was on. No, I'm going to give that I'm also going to give it a B plus.
B plus.
Yeah, I like that was good.
Yeah.
Good pick. Good pick.
All right. We're tied out the gate.
Yeah.
Although I would say from a musical standpoint, my song is superior to The Walking of the Dinosaur.
Oh yeah, I'll give you that. I'll give you that. Yeah.
Just a little bit.
Yeah. No. Yeah. There's no argument there.
Yeah.
That absolutely true.
All
The
right,
song's kind of a mess, but anyway.
It's okay.
All right.
Well,
So
that closes out January.
that's January.
That's January.
Okay. So February. I'm proud of my February song
Okay.
for you.
I'm,
Okay.
I'm excited.
All right. Here we go. And I think you're gonna like it. This is a good grade. This is gonna get a good grade. All right. And we'll talk about it here in a minute.
Okay.
You'll know it immediately.
Of course. I mean, this is a freebie. This is one of those.
This is the freebies.
This is
Yeah.
a freebie I saw.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
like, he's gonna pick that.
Yeah. Roxette was everywhere in '89.
Love Roxette. La 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 la.
Ooh, good song.
Oh, I told you they write the best pop songs.
Yeah.
So okay.
Yeah. Okay.
That's an A.
Yeah.
It has. I mean, it's Roxette. I can't I can't say that's not an A.
Nice. All right. This is it's by the Swedish pop duo Roxette. We've already kind of talked about them a little
many
bit.
mentions on our podcast.
Yeah.
Yes.
International hit.
Yeah.
One of the most successful singles in '89. Topped the charts in 25 countries. I know how much you like the international thing. It was the first of their 4 number ones in the Billboard Hot 100. I liked this quote. It was by on a report for Billboard. It said the song was glam rock for the ages of George H.W. Bush, stylized and stylish on the surface, yet classically structured at its core, equal parts craft and trash. It was the platonic ideal of a hit pop single. Thought that was a great description of it.
That's a lot.
Oh, yeah.
I just think it's a great song.
Yeah. So that is The Look.
The Look.
And I got an A.
You got an A. Yeah. It's Roxette.
All right.
Got to give it an A.
All right.
Do you think there's any chance we'll pick the same song in a month? I was thinking about that as we went through.
There was a couple. I thought maybe there's one for sure coming up that I think we might pick it because there weren't a lot of debuts in a couple of the months.
I agree with that.
And so your choices were pretty limited. And then I was like, of the ones that were there, I was like, I don't know that either one of us would have picked them. And then the one that's left, I'm like, I think that's going to be us. So process of elimination.
Well, let's see. I'm going to guess over under 0.
Oh.
So we'll see if I get I don't think we'll have any matching.
Okay.
Because I weighed all that out when I picked your songs.
So you're very, well, if the listeners haven't figured this out already, of the pre-production work,
yes,
you're far superior.
Not superior.
You've had them. You've done you do your legwork and you do it really well. I do not.
Yeah, but be fair. I have a little more time on my hands sometimes than you do. I have one kid in college, so he's not at home. I have another kid in high school, so he's not at home. And then it's just me and the wife. So I have plenty of time at night to go over these things. I don't have sports. You have kids' games. You have those things. So,
so if anybody out there is going, man, it sounds like he just did these last night. I did.
Oh,
well, not this one I didn't, but on some of them you're like, man, it sounds like maybe like on our last episode, it feels a little rough because you're anyway.
Good. All right. Well,
what are we in March?
No, I have to give you your February song first.
I want my February song. Oh, right. I'm looking at my choices.
Yes. So
I know what you're doing.
Okay.
I know exactly what you're doing.
Don't tell me.
All right.
All right. For February, I've gone with an older band.
Yeah.
38 Special.
Oh.
Second Chance.
No.
Yes. 100%.
This grading thing's hard.
It is hard. It's a good song. So that's 38 Special. Jumped onto the Billboard charts February 11th at number 78. This song was off the band's 8th studio album. It got to number 6 on the US Billboard Hot 100, number 1 on the adult contemporary charts, and number 2 in Canada. This song became the band's highest charting song in the US. I chose it for you because you like older bands that stay around. It's just a great ballad from the late 80s. And however, one of the band members said, when people think of 38 Special, no one mentions Second Chance. Our biggest hit, they mentioned Hold On Loosely or Caught Up in You, but never Second Chance. And Second Chance was literally their biggest hit by a ways. So, yeah.
I have to be honest. I think I remember seeing it on there and I didn't even write it down. Because I was like, just from the title, I was like, I don't know it.
But you knew it when you heard it.
But when I heard it, I was like, crap.
Oh, crap. It's all right. Bring the thunder.
No, I'm going to go B.
Okay.
B's like a solid B.
Yeah, B's good.
Because I'm bummed that I didn't.
It was a pretty
good.
Pretty radio-friendly hit.
That was good. And it does have kind of a rootsy.
I told you.
Yeah.
See, I think of those things.
Yeah. No, there was another one that came out that month that I thought, and you would have had content for days to get me.
What was it?
Can you want me to say it?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah. So the week of February 11th, End of the Line, Traveling Wilburys.
Oh, yeah.
Debuted at 83.
I did look at that.
And I thought, man, maybe you're
I just
gonna,
didn't want to pick that song.
You're going
I thought 38 Special. And as a 12-year-old, I wasn't thinking you were listening. Your previous
I know that's true.
I forgot.
We got to think about when we were 12 or when we were 13.
So when you were 12, I didn't think you would have been listening to that song. So
Yeah. No, that's good.
all right.
That's good.
So
All right.
that takes us into March.
Okay. So March, I think you're going to like this one.
You said that about the last two.
I know. It's
Oh, yeah. Great. You're hitting home runs today. You're not trying to be adversarial at all.
no. Trying to play by the rules. Everybody got all.
Well, you don't have to always play by the rules. This is really good.
Everybody got their feelings hurt out there.
That's another A, by the way. I love that album.
Good song.
Hysteria is amazing.
Yeah.
And that's probably the second best song after Pour Some Sugar on Me. A lot of people run to Love Bites.
Oh, yeah.
But I like Rocket a little bit.
Yeah. And actually, I'd never really listened to the actual song's like 6 minutes and something long. But I had it on loop while I was working in the office at school. And it's a good song. I forgot how great it was. It was really good. So that got an A?
Yeah, I'd give
Nice.
it an A. I would love to smack it down, but it's a good song. And I can't smack it down.
This is interesting. I know how much you like solos, whether it's a sax solo or a flute solo or whatever weird keyboard solo you're really into. So Guitar World magazine voted Rocket's guitar solo the 17th worst of all time.
Wow.
In a countdown published in the December 2004 issue.
I will say for a song that I like, I don't think about any guitar solos in it.
See,
like when I think about Sweet Child of Mine, I think about the guitar solo. I don't think about it in this. So maybe they're onto something there.
Yeah. And then it concludes the quote by saying, Rocket has a solo that any 4-year-old with a rack-mounted effects unit could play.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
So they weren't impressed with the musical setup of it.
No.
Okay.
Not at all.
Too rudimentary for them.
I guess.
All right. Well, that's good.
All
You're
Nice.
off and running on this one.
Yeah.
So, well, as you just laid out, March had some good songs, but one stood out for me, again, thinking about you as a 12-year-old.
Okay. Me as a 12-year-old.
It is Real Love by Jody Watley. Another radio-friendly hit. It's got some nice late 80s sound to it.
Yep.
It's a dance hit, and I could see this at like a 6th grade dance.
Oh, yeah.
So, got some good horns in the background there.
This is fun.
I can't hate a song that's got horns. So this hit the charts on March 18th, coming in hot at number 73. It would rise to number 2 in the U.S. and Canada, but no higher than 15 in any other country that I could find. This feels like I just said, a roller rink or junior high dance song, depending on where you were in 1989. Constant radio airplay and a good late 80s dance song. It's fun. Sounds good.
I'm going to give you an A.
Yeah.
I like that one. I like that one.
Isn't it?
I actually looked at that one for you. I did.
That would have been a good one.
I had it italicized because I was going to, and then I went with Rocket instead. But that's an A.
Rocket was
I like
good.
it. Yeah, you're the idea of it being like dance roller rink.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's Oaks Park. Oaks Park all day.
Oaks Park all day.
All day.
Yes, sir. That's a good one. Yep.
Yeah.
A plus.
A. No, just an A.
A.
Yeah. Don't get too
plus.
crazy.
I don't want to get. Yeah, I got to save my
You gotta
grades.
save
I
the
got
A pluses.
I got a lot of months coming up here.
I've got a couple that if I don't get A pluses on, I'm going to be angry.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. We that
April.
finished out. Okay, so we're in April.
That is
all
correct.
right. Okay, April is. We're gonna go with.
Patience.
Now, I
Good.
know we've had a couple stories
GNR.
about your Guns N' Roses experience and your
Yes.
next door neighbor, and so I thought Guns N' Roses has got a place for you.
It does. This is good.
That's a good
You
song.
want to hear something funny? I didn't pick this song for you,
No?
but when I started the list, it was the first song I picked for you.
Yeah.
But in the end, I had swapped it out, so it was close. We almost would have had a crossover here.
Yeah.
But I didn't pick that for you.
Yeah, so this is Patience, obviously by Guns N' Roses.
Guns N' Roses.
Released. Oh, it debuted the week of April 8th at 66.
Yes.
It's a ballad.
It is a ballad.
It's an acoustic. It uses 3 acoustic guitars.
I remember that video. They're like sitting around.
Yeah, like in. And I know this. It was shot in the Ambassador Hotel, and that's the hotel where Bobby Kennedy was assassinated.
Oh,
so,
wow.
Yeah. So I thought this was it peaked at number 4
Yes.
on the Billboard. So anyway, yeah. So
good, solid song.
yeah.
Not my favorite 80s ballad, but a
Okay.
good, solid song. So I'll give it a B minus.
B minus. Okay.
Yes.
I'll take that. I'll take that.
It is Guns N' Roses. I don't mind the harmonies. Just not my favorite ballad
Sure.
from that era of songs.
Sure.
So, but
Sure.
it's solid. I'll give it solid. So, well, that was pretty good.
Okay.
So I've gone 2 rock ballads and a dance track in my first 3 months for you. So in April, I decided let's just keep the party going with another dance hit. Now this is one I'm not quite sure what grade I'll get on it. I went a little out of the box on this one, but it is Buffalo Stance by Nina Cherry.
You son of a bitch.
It's a good dance song. Another roller rink style song. And I kind of like right here this part.
Get fresh with me.
Yeah, kind of like that part.
Yeah, and then oh yeah.
Yeah, so it had a little something to it. This set up on the Billboard charts the week of April 1st at number 83 and would rise to number 3 in the US. However, it did way better overseas, going number 1 in Canada, the Netherlands, and Sweden. It was also in the top 10 in 10 other countries. Nina Cherry is a Swedish singer-songwriter. I didn't know that. And the New York Times wrote about Buffalo Stance, saying the musically multi-layered dance hit defines a late 80s street attitude. So that's some props.
Man, I'm going to give this one an A as well.
Wow.
Yeah, I like that one.
I wasn't sure.
I like that one.
I was. It's a good song.
Yeah.
But knowing sometimes you get a little fickle, and I was like, I don't know. But I like it.
And I like it because it's different.
Yeah.
I do. It's different.
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, I like it.
Very good.
Yeah, that's a good choice. Good choice.
I like it.
Okay. Are we in May?
It is May.
Okay. May. I'm excited about my choice for May for you because I think I remember. I think this is when you. Well, I'm playing it. And I think you're gonna like it.
I love it.
You know this.
A plus.
No.
Yeah, I love Toy Soldiers. A plus.
Yeah. A plus.
A plus.
And I started it from the beginning just because it I thought, how can I get the Mass Effect and that little.
This song is great. All right.
That spooky kind of choir thing. Anyway.
Great.
Yeah. So this is Toy Soldiers by Martika. Yeah. And it debuted the week of May 20th at 69.
Yes.
She's an American singer-songwriter, Martika. It was released in the United States. Let's see. We said, April 26th. But
yes.
Number 1. It was at number 1 for 2 weeks.
That is correct.
She wrote about the song. The song is about a friend who was battling a cocaine addiction, which is kind of interesting.
Yes. What's more 80s than that?
Here's kind of like you talk about everything coming back around, right?
Yeah.
The haunting children's chorus of "Won't You Come Out and Play with Me" is notable because 4 of her former where did she come from?
Kids Incorporated.
That's right. So former Kids Incorporated castmates, Fergie, and then a couple other people. But
you know who played drums in Kids Incorporated for a little short bit?
No.
A little guy named Mario Lopez who played a little guy named Slater on Saved by the Bell.
Hey, look at that.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, that's Martika.
All right.
Toy Soldiers.
Yes, I gave that an A+. I want you to remember the grade that I gave that, because I am now going to play what I chose for you.
Okay, I'm looking at my list here.
Are you ready?
Oh, I know what it is.
You do?
Well, here we go.
You absolutely have no idea.
I'm
ready to see your face.
Okay.
Here's the play.
Shut up.
Yeah, same song. So I picked this for you because I remember you listening to this like in your room. It was on the radio. Yeah. So I picked it for you, and you picked it for me. So my guess of 0 failed because we crossed over.
That is wacky.
It's the best song that released in May.
That's wacky.
So
I'm going to give it an A+ as well.
Yeah, it's a great song.
Nice.
Everything you said, I had written down. It went number 1 in New Zealand. You didn't mention that, but I do like to give our New Zealand listeners their props.
Nuts.
Yeah. So, and then I had the Kids Incorporated down too. So everything you said about it tracks perfectly. Yeah. And I just love that song.
Yeah. Hey, I don't know. I don't think your honorable mention would have come from any, but I'm looking at some of the other songs from this month. Good Thing, Fine Young Cannibals.
Yeah.
If You Don't Know Me By Now, that's the one I thought you were going to pick.
Yeah.
For me. Fascination Street, Cure. There's a Chicago song that month.
Yeah.
Once Bitten, Twice Shy came out that month.
You're not the Chicago guy that I am, so that's why I didn't go that for you.
That's true. That's true.
And this was one of my hopefully A pluses because I remember you listening to this in your room.
Yeah.
And I remember we listened to it together in your room.
Yeah. And
So,
quite honestly, I'd kind of forgotten about it.
Yeah.
And then it, when I heard it, I was like, oh man.
Yeah.
Like it came
And
back.
for our listeners, what's cooler than thinking of 13-year-old and 12-year-old Rob and Dave sitting in Rob's room rocking out to Martika?
Oh my
right?
gosh.
I mean, it just doesn't get better than that. We were probably singing Toy Soldiers together. I'm like, you take the kids' part, I'll take Martika's part. Nope, that didn't happen. Okay. I tried.
And go.
So that's our first crossover. I'm fearful that June could have a possibility too. So I'm going to let you go with June. Actually, I want to go with June first. That way, if we repeat, I get the first crack at it.
Okay, that's fair.
So we're going to switch over.
That's fair.
And so June is starting the beginning of our summer.
Uh-huh.
Right. So I try to go with the song that kicks off the summer.
Okay.
And gets everyone excited. You're all excited because you're out of school and you don't have to do anything for several months. So I went with Bobby Brown from the Ghostbusters 2 soundtrack.
No.
Called On Our Own.
Dude.
Yeah. Can't live without the Bobby Brown.
Totally.
Out of left field. I didn't see it. Well, it's good. We didn't cross over that.
No.
Good one. The chorus is really good on this.
Oh my gosh.
Isn't that good?
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's talk about this song. This flew onto the Billboard charts the week of June 10th, coming in at a scary number 64. There's no way you didn't like this song. You couldn't convince me otherwise. It's pretty awesome. He raps about Vigo, the bad guy in the movie. So I mean, you can't go wrong there. Great product placement. Hit number 2 on the U.S. Billboard Hot 100. But the Kiwis, as always, down with the great songs, the 80s and 90s. It went to number 1 in New Zealand. And a little quiz for you that I think you'll get right. What type of music is this song classified as?
It's it's not a booty jam.
It's not a booty jam.
Is it New Jack Swing?
It is New Jack Swing. Yeah, I thought you might get that. So there it is. On Our Own, Ghostbusters 2 soundtrack. And he made an appearance in the movie. Bobby Brown.
I'm an A.
Yeah.
I forgot all about that. I saw it on there and then I was like, I don't remember any song from Ghostbusters. And then you just played it. I was like, oh my gosh.
Oh, it's good, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's really good. That's really good. Okay. So no crossover, but
shocked.
My June, we're in June, right? My June is also from a movie.
Oh.
It is.
And where?
Is that Bat Dance?
It's the Bat Dance.
Bat Dance. This video is insane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really no lyrics. It's a lot. It's just instrumental.
It's instrumental, but then they cut in movie quotes.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I remember this.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go C+.
Okay. That's fair.
Because
that's fair.
I liked the movie, so I understand that part.
You say C+?
C+.
Okay.
I like the movie. Like you said, there's not a lot to that song. It's just a lot of music. And being that I'm not a huge Prince fan in the first place, but very relevant from the movie, and I was really excited to see Batman. So, C+. That makes the most sense to me.
All right. Some things about that song is I don't have a whole lot listed here. It was on the 80, it was on the Batman soundtrack, obviously. Helped kind of promote the film's popularity. It was his 4th American #1 single and his first #1 hit since Kiss in 1986.
Ooh, that's
so
good.
he'd had a little
bit of a drought.
Yeah. But also that month, though, you had Express Yourself, Madonna.
Ooh.
Lay Your Hands on Me, Bon Jovi.
Ooh, really
and
good.
then Cold Hearted, Paula Abdul.
Seems like you had a couple freebies there.
That was a hard month for me.
It was.
Yeah.
Well, Bat Dance.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I took your place in June and went first because I was fearful you were going to steal
Yeah.
my Ghostbusters 2. But I will go back to let you go in first in July.
In July. Okay.
As I kind of worry we might cross over here, but that's fine.
Ooh, I don't.
No, you're not worried about it?
I don't think so.
Well, let's hit it and see what
All
happens.
right. So my July is
A+. I don't have to lose it. It's my favorite Skid Row song. It's a great song. 18
yeah.
Life. Yeah, you're rocking today.
good stuff. Great rock voice.
Didn't you say Voice of a Generation?
He is, yeah.
You said that when we introduced it, the ballad.
Oh, was that the? What was that for?
Yeah.
What
and
episode was that?
It was Billboard 90.
Yeah, the last Billboard. Yeah. All right. So yeah, that's 18 in Life by Skid Row.
Yep.
Great is
song.
their second single from their self-titled album. It's a power ballad. It's
That's a power ballad?
They call it a power
I think
ballad.
it's a little more rocky than power ballad.
Yeah.
All right.
It's their biggest hit. Reached number 4.
Oh, yeah.
Certified gold. I mean, it's been on a lot of charts. But here's kind of the synopsis. 18-year-old Ricky receiving a sentence of life imprisonment for the murder of another teen. The song paints Ricky's youth as his undoing. It was believed for a long time that guitarist Dave Sabo got the idea from a newspaper article about an 18-year-old named Ricky who was sentenced to life imprisonment for killing his friend with a gun.
There you go.
Yeah. So anyway, but actually, Sabo states that the original inspiration was for his brother Rick's life after coming home from Vietnam. So anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's
Great song.
18 in Life.
18 in Life.
I got an
love
A+.
it. Yeah, I can't deny that.
All right.
Great. Well, as I looked at July, one song stood out. It turned out it was the song of the summer.
What?
Yeah, and it is Right Here Waiting by the one and only Richard Marx.
If I see you next to never,
Song of the summer is what they said.
we say forever.
Who's they?
The people who talk about the music.
See, I was going
They
to try
talk about the music.
I was going to try and peg this for you, but I remember in another episode you made a comment that you're not a Richard Marx guy.
Not huge. But this is another one I remember hearing in your house.
Oh yeah. Man, this is hard.
This is hard. And he had good hair.
He
Right?
did.
Well,
he had
while
a-
you think about it,
lovely voice.
there was no waiting for this song to hit the charts as it rushed right in at number 44. This song was a global hit, going number 1 in the US, Australia, Canada, Ireland, and New Zealand. It was also in the top 10 in 6 other countries. There was no denying the song or Richard Marx in 1989. And I think, as I just spoke about his hair, had you tried, that Marx mullet would have looked great on you. You just needed to give it a chance. Fun fact, meaningless fun fact, but this was the most streamed song on Spotify in the UK before Valentine's Day 2013.
Really?
Very specific.
Wow.
In 2013, all of UK was like, you know what? I need Richard Marx.
Richard Marx.
Yes,
And he's not really around. Like
he's around.
Is he still around?
I think so.
I don't know.
Maybe he's on the casino tours.
He probably is. Or the county fair.
Or like those 80s cruises.
Oh yeah.
Those are good
I know.
ones.
Big
Yeah.
Head Todd does a cruise.
All right.
Gosh, I'm gonna give it a C.
Okay.
Yeah, because I'm not a huge Richard Marx fan either.
Yeah.
I appreciate that song, but
Yeah. All
'Cause
right.
I'm looking at the rest of the songs that month. If I could turn back time, Share, Hanging Tough, New Kids, Bust a Move, Young MC, and
So Bust a Move was my easy pick because you had used it as a number 1 previously.
yeah.
So I didn't pick it because I already knew the answer.
No.
So
And then Night Train, Guns N' Roses. But
Yes.
I would at 12. I
didn't think you were a big Night Train fan at that time.
No, I didn't
So,
know about that till later.
Yeah, of all the choices I saw, I thought that stuck out as like the most popular song.
Yeah.
And we were listening to a lot of radio then, so he would have been all over the radio.
Oh,
So
true. Yeah,
that's how I came down with that
I'm
song.
gonna stay with a C on that one.
No, I got it. Yeah. I was thinking C plus to B plus in that category.
Okay, good.
So I knew that when I chose it.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
All right. So
All right, well,
that closes
it
out
is
July.
July. This
Okay.
is on to the best month in the year, our
Oh,
combined birth month
I didn't even think about that.
of the August.
Yeah.
Yeah. So August of 89.
So August of '89. I try not to like do a whole lot of doubling up, but I'm gonna do it anyway.
Oh my
So,
goodness.
Um,
Back to Roxette. This is a better song than the look.
I need the grades.
What did I give you the look?
I think it was an A
A.
plus.
No, it was an A.
Was it?
Yeah.
It was an A.
This is
It was
A
an A.
plus.
All right.
This is probably my favorite Roxette song. I rock out hard to this in the car. I turn it way up, and if you drove by me, it would be an uncomfortable situation because I'm doing a lot of weird things in the car. So.
Yeah, so there you go. So let's Listen to Your Heart again by the Swedish duo.
I think that's a Pretty Woman. I think that was on the Pretty Woman soundtrack. Maybe. Yeah.
Let's see. Released. Second single from the duo's second album. Look Sharp.
By the way, you got your A plus because I can't deny that song, and it's my favorite Roxette song.
Yeah.
But you cheated a little by putting
Why?
Roxette on here twice. We're supposed to kind of try to think a little outside the box, right? You just went for the easy. Like I didn't pick Bust a Move. I knew that would have got an A plus.
No,
See?
I can't win.
You can win.
So
You
now
can win.
that's gonna be my next criticism
You
is I
should've
went
gone
with the
just
easy ones.
The one Roxette song. That's all I'm saying.
I am
'Cause you
all
already-
about getting the grade.
Yeah, you're a grade grubber. That's fine.
I don't care.
All right.
All right.
Anyway,
I'm not too proud.
Go ahead and tell us about this.
Well, there's not much more to say.
Yes.
It went on to become one of the most successful singles of '89.
Yes.
It reached number one in both the United States and Canada. I didn't quite understand this one, but I think it goes back to something we were talking about on a previous episode. But it said the track was the first song to reach number one in the U.S. without a commercially released 7-inch single.
Yeah, I don't know what that means.
I don't quite know what that means, but it did really well without having an
Because it's
element
great.
of promotion that it normally everybody had. So it was that
Because it's
good
an
that
awesome
everybody.
song. Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, but also that month. Oh, I'm gonna wait. I want to see what you give me for the month of
what
August.
you give me. So August, I thought was a little tough.
Yeah, there wasn't. I only have a few listed.
Yeah, and I don't even know if I'm going to hit one of the ones you have.
Yeah.
So I tried to play it a little safe too. Went with an '80s icon.
Yeah.
Madonna
Okay.
and Cherish.
Oh,
It's got a little bit of a doo-wop situation to
Yeah.
it. Again, very radio friendly. See, you're just hitting home runs left and right with the softballs.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to hit some change-ups and
Yeah,
things
yeah.
like that, right? So, well, this hit the charts at number 37 the week of 19th August. So was up there pretty high to start out. It would go all the way to number 2 on the U.S. Hot 100, number 1 in Canada, and top 10 in 13 other countries to include number 3 in Chile. First time we got to call Chile on the show. So
Chile.
single off of her Like a Prayer album was a vastly different song than Like a Prayer, much less controversial, obviously. This song led to Madonna winning an Adult Contemporary Artist Trophy at the 1989 Billboard Music Awards. Overall catchy song, probably not her best song, but for 1989, I thought it was pretty memorable. Heard it on the radio a lot. And again, something I know I heard you listening to.
Yeah.
And whether you liked it, we'll find out.
Yeah. No, I'm gonna give it a B plus.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
That's good.
What I really remember of this video is the song was the video.
Yeah.
She's kind of rolling around on the beach and stuff.
is.
And yeah,
It's
this
the
is
beach.
at the height of her.
Black and white, I think.
It was, yeah, kind of like a sepia type. She's rolling around and yeah.
Janet Jackson did a video on the beach
I think so.
in black and white as well.
Oh,
I wonder if they had the same director.
yeah.
He just ran it back.
Yeah, that was kind
So
of a
this'll
thing.
work.
Yeah. No, I'm going to do B plus
Good.
because I do like that song.
It is a good song.
I did not write that one down. I don't know why.
What?
Yeah, it's not even on my choices.
How did
Yeah,
that
that month
happen?
I had Hey Ladies, Beastie Boys, Love Song, Cure, and Listen to Your Heart, Roxette. So
Listen to your heart. Well, you gave to me.
Was the one I gave you. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Your freebie A plus.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's see what the next month has and see if you went for another. Let's see. It's September. See if you got
so
another
September.
freebie.
So it's the fall.
Yeah, back at it.
All right, here we go.
Here we go.
It is. I struggled in September.
Yeah. Just sowing the seeds of love.
It is.
Tears for Fears.
It is.
It's good.
Yeah.
I like this song.
Because there were some gimmies this month, and I kind of did what you do. I didn't want to hit. See, I don't always just go for the freebies.
Yeah. So,
But this is a very heady. Like it's
Yeah. It's Tears for Fears. I love Tears for Fears.
yeah.
I would say if you're ranking Tears for Fears songs, it wouldn't be in my top 3
True,
because
true,
of
true.
Shout and some others. So I will go B minus
Okay.
because I
Hey,
like Tears for Fears
that's fair.
and I remember that song.
Yeah.
But I just like Shout and
Yeah.
Everybody Wants to
Yeah.
Rule the World so
Yeah.
much more. So
Yeah. And this was kind of after all that, right?
it sounds a little different than those
Mhm.
80s poppy ones.
Mhm.
They tried to change it a little, but still good.
Yeah, and I read somewhere that had kind of it had a little. I haven't really analyzed the lyrics, but I guess it had some political. There was something that it was a little. There's some
doesn't
weight. It
feel
was
like-
weighty or something.
Doesn't it feel like the end of the 80s had a lot of that because you said Dinosaur had some, this has some
Yeah.
of those others have some.
Yes, that's true. That's true. No, released in August of '89. Let's see, the song was a worldwide hit, topping the Canadian singles charts, reached number 10 in
Wait-
Ireland.
Wait a minute.
Top,
Real quick.
reaching the top 10. What?
You said it was released in August of 89? It debuted in September on the
Oh.
countdown.
Yes, true.
They just released it in
Yes.
August. I got you.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was worldwide, topped the charts in Ireland, Italy, the Netherlands, New Zealand, Spain, Sweden, UK.
Nice.
So it was all over. Reached number 2 in the US. Let's see, yeah. So
Yeah.
then, yeah. So B minus. I'll take that.
Yeah.
I'll take that.
That's good.
Because I
So-
struggled that month. There was some that were just like no brainers,
No brainers. Okay.
or you've mentioned them before, or we've picked them before. So I was like,
I
okay,
gotcha.
of the ones that are left,
I got you.
this one was the one I thought you'd like the best.
All right. Well, I like it. So, well, in September, we're headed back to school.
Mm-hmm.
And I swore I heard this song a ton on MTV and at the mall. It is going to be Miss Jackson with Miss You Much.
Mm.
Big solid off the Rhythm Nation soundtrack,
Yeah,
1814.
I like a Janet song.
And, you know, as a now educator, it's got some education in it as she's spelling, you know, so you got a little bit of that. Well, Miss Jackson didn't miss the charts the week of September 2nd, as this came in at number 42. It would eventually peak, of course, at number 1 in the U.S. It also hit number 2 in Canada and New Zealand, but just mild success everywhere else. It was the lead single off the Rhythm Nation soundtrack, written by the iconic duo of Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis. Fun fact, it spent 4 weeks at number 1, the longest running number 1 hit of 1989.
Well, say that again.
It was the longest number 1 hit in 1989.
Oh, wow.
4 weeks.
Okay.
It was nominated for Grammys and it won a Billboard Award and an American Music Award. So I would say it was a pretty popular song.
I'm gonna give it an A.
Oh, nice.
Oh yeah, I like Janet.
I like Janet.
I liked a lot of her 80s, 90s stuff.
Yeah.
I'm not afraid to admit that.
All right. So again, we're going to go back. We're going to October now.
Oh, now we're in October.
We're in October and
Okay.
we're going to flip it around again. And I'm going to go first because I do have a fear
Ooh.
that you might steal. So I want to go first. So it seems like you stole it from me
Okay.
and I didn't steal it from you.
Okay.
So October in Portland is No Place for Sunshine.
Oh.
So this song is perfect for you in 1989. It is by the one and only Milli Vanilli, and it is Blame It on the Rain.
Blame it on the rain that was falling.
Because anyone from Portland, as we are, know in September, it will rain the entire month.
Yeah. 200 and some odd days out of the year.
That is fact.
I love it.
Look,
A plus.
gotta blame it on the rain. I like when he says you can blame it on the rain, and he echoes, because the rain don't care. Right? This song stormed itself onto the Billboard Hot 100 at number 65 the week of October 7th. You couldn't escape an 89 countdown with no Milli Vanilli. This song was number 1 in the U.S., Hot 100, and top 10 in 10 other countries. Only number 3 in West Germany, which is a little surprising since they were German. Controversy forgotten. These guys were hot in 89. Everybody loved them. I don't care who you were, including, if you're being honest with yourself, Rob, you loved Milli Vanilli.
Yeah, I did like the Milli Vanilli. I guess I didn't know they were German.
They are.
I didn't know that.
They were German models or whatever.
Okay. All right. A plus.
A plus,
love
blaming it on the rain.
I like it.
All right.
All right. So I'm going to play my October.
Is it?
It is
Of course.
There we go.
I kind of figured you might still.
Yep.
You gave it an A plus.
Yeah.
I'll give it an A minus because I don't like Milli Vanilli quite as much as you do. But it's still
Okay.
a catchy song, and I
Hey.
can't deny that I listen to it a lot.
Yep. So good.
That's Twice.
Hey,
Toy Soldiers and
And-
Blaming It on the Rain.
there you go. All right. Yeah, and I have nothing else to add other than I guess I didn't know they were German. I don't know why I didn't know that. And the song had originally been intended for the sibling group, the Jets.
Ooh, you've mentioned the Jets a couple
Yeah,
times. On
yeah.
this.
They sung the theme song to Rescue Rangers.
Yes, they did.
So yeah.
Well, October, both of us, it's raining. It's making it happen.
Okay.
And we both hit it up. So,
All right. So November, I struggled a little bit.
yeah, November was tough.
Was it tough for you as well?
Yeah, there was not a ton.
Okay. So we might have. All right. Here we go.
We'll see.
All right. This is a little ditty.
Okay. Rod Stewart.
Yeah. On a downtown train.
Yeah. Yeah. So I know this song. It was on the radio a lot.
I'm expecting a low grade. It's okay.
I'm not a big Rod Stewart fan. I would say one of the most annoying songs and videos of the late 80s was that Forever Young video.
Yeah,
was
where
in
then the truck.
back of the truck with that little weird looking kid, right?
It's
Anyway,
supposed to be him or something. He's a weird looking
so
kid.
I'll go C plus.
Okay.
Because
All right.
I listened to it because it was on the radio a lot, but
Yeah.
being that I don't love Rod Stewart, yeah. So
Yeah,
I would say the most memorable thing I think about Rod Stewart now is when Charlie's dad sings "And So I Married an Axe Murderer," the sexy song, you know.
Oh, yeah.
yeah. That's so that's probably the best that I know. If you want my body, and you think I'm sexy, yeah. So that would be that. So
Okay.
yeah, November was
take
tough.
it.
I looked at Rod Stewart for you, but I didn't know if you also had the feelings of the Rod that I did. So I avoided that one, and I went with a song I'm hoping you've heard, and it's called "No More Lies" by Michelle. Another like dance type song.
Oh my God.
What, you remember it now?
I do.
So yeah, that's the one I went to because again, tough. It was number 92 this week of November 18th.
Man.
Eventually did get all the way to number 7 in the US, but wow, the Australians were not having this song. It hit number 153. Why are they tracking anything under 100? I don't know, but 153, I thought that was just insulting for her. I mean, I didn't even know. Yeah, it went lower than 100. It's crazy. The song was written about her boyfriend, Dr. Dre,
What?
who was apparently abusive towards her. Not a great look for Dre, obviously. Big dance hit, something that seemed like a sixth grader like yourself would jam to, and has that classic late 80s dance pop R&B sound to it that I know you love.
Golly.
Golly.
I like it.
No. Yeah. You like dance music.
And you gave the Downtown Train a C+.
Yeah, it's Downtown Train. Those aren't the same.
You you don't think they're the same, huh?
No.
It earns Stewart a Grammy nomination.
Yeah, just because it's Rod
Yeah,
Stewart.
well, that's true. Oh my gosh.
Let's go.
B minus.
B minus. There it is.
B minus.
Boy, you didn't want to do that.
No, I didn't.
Why didn't you
But I did like it. I was
Yeah, you're jamming out to it.
I was feeling things. I was moving.
Speaking of moving, we are all the way to December.
Oh wow!
So we have moved right through this countdown.
December tripped me up as well.
Really?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
yeah. But I missed Michelle in November, so
You didn't see that one at all?
I, for some reason, did not have that listed.
Goodness.
Some ones I had down in November were Another Day in Paradise,
Yes.
but we had already talked about that.
I know how you feel about the Phil Collins.
A one that I kind of remember. I think I can beat Mike Tyson. DJ Jazzy Jeff.
I didn't remember that one as much.
I played it and I was like, kind of remember it, but
I only remember Parents Don't Understand and Nightmare on My Street. I remember that one too.
I do. Rhythm Nation, I Remember You, Skid Row.
Yeah, that's the one we covered on our other one, which was the number one prom song of 1990.
Yep. Janie's Got a Gun. We've talked about that one.
Oh, yeah.
Kickstart My Heart. We talked about that one.
Talked about that one.
And then Principal's Office, Young MC.
Yeah.
And I'd kind of forgotten about that one. I once I heard it, I was like, oh, yeah, I do.
So where does that leave us?
Okay, so we're in December. All right, here we go. So December. I'm just going to play it. I had to get one in for you.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
A+. Yay! Immediately. And you already knew that.
Softball.
Yeah, freebie.
Right across the plate.
I love this. Even without Peter, this is great.
Yeah. So that's not Peter.
No.
I mean, I even know that. But.
Peter left in the mid-'80s.
Oh, okay. Who's this guy? Do you know?
Just one of the guys they brought up.
Oh, okay.
That wasn't Peter.
All right. So that's...
They kind of gave him the same sound.
So that's Chicago. What kind of man would I be? And as of 2022, it is Chicago's final top 10 hit. I didn't know that.
Nice.
The song features horns more prominently than other Chicago singles from the era, which had tended to de-emphasize or omit them altogether. I put that little fact in there because I know how much you like the horns and you like a good horn section.
I do like horns.
I'm going to let you pick your song and then I'll talk about the rest of the songs in December.
Yeah.
So A+, huh?
A+.
Yeah.
It's Chicago. Freebie again.
All right.
Well, the holidays are upon us in December, and what better song for the Christmas season than a little Depeche Mode with Personal Jesus?
Oh, I see what you did there.
I see what I did there.
Ooh, I like this song.
I know.
How did I miss that? Ooh, A+.
A+.
I like this song.
It's good.
I could get into Depeche Mode.
Depeche Mode's cool.
They're just moody and broody enough.
Yeah, I like the moody and the broodiness.
Yeah.
Even when you were 12?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so.
Well, this song entered the charts at number 97 the week of December 9th. Really cool song, but would only get to number 28 in the U.S. It did its best work in Italy and Spain, reaching number 3 in both countries. Rolling Stone did rank this 368 of the 500 greatest songs of all time. It has a described catchy bluesy riff and drum sound, which is right up your alley.
Yeah.
So this should be a great song for you, which you've already given an A+, so we all know that. Fun fact, Robert Smith, lead singer of The Cure, named this song one of his 30 favorite songs from the 1980s.
Ooh. That's like when they talk about like who is your favorite artist.
Yep.
Yeah, like this is
They
like
picked this one.
Yeah. Cool.
Oh, yeah.
Cool. Yep. A+. I like it. Yep.
Yeah. Personal
Absolutely.
Jesus.
Yeah, I was going to add the rest of that month. What kind of man that I had on my notes?
Yeah.
Another Roxette song. Don't think I didn't think about it. I had almost thought about it. It was Dangerous.
That's a good one. That was on our other countdown.
Yeah. I almost did it again.
Oh.
And then Opposites Attract. Paul Abdul.
That was on our other countdown too.
That's MC Scat Cat. And then Rome B-52s. And I know you like a good...
I do. Love Shack's the best one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know you like his singing style. So
I do like his singing style. He doesn't sing as
not in
much
this one.
in that one. It's more of the ladies the whole time.
But anyway, so I thought I almost pulled out a triple play Roxette.
All 12 songs, just Roxette.
Yep.
Let's just make it easy.
Yep.
Well, for longtime listeners of this show, this is normally where we would visit the cut line. However, since we've already covered 12 songs for the calendar year, on this episode, we're just going to have one honorable mention. This is a song we've handpicked from anywhere in 1989 that we think the other would love, but may not have heard of. But I do promise we will be back to the cut line in future episodes. So I'm weighing whether I want to let you go first on this. And I'm going to let you go first on this. And let's see if we end up with a crossover.
Okay, so you picked this debut somewhere from the year of 1989.
It had to debut in one of the months.
Yes, true. Okay.
Yes.
All right, so you're letting me go first.
You can go first.
All right. Okay, so mine is, let's see if you get it.
I mean, obviously. It's a great song.
And I got more hits than Sadaharu.
Sadaharu, all-time leading home run hitter in professional Japanese baseball.
Yeah.
Coach Webster called me Sadahara O one time.
Why?
My last name's Ol. Yeah. So, because he thought he was funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So that was my pick for you.
Yeah, it's an
this is
A.
a song by the Beastie Boys, obviously,
Yeah.
off of their album Paul's Boutique.
Hold on. I want to play so we can compare and contrast.
Okay.
I'm going to play your honorable mention.
Okay. Shut up. Are you kidding?
No? Hey, ladies. I picked it as honorable mention because I didn't think at 12 you were
No,
listening to Paul's
I didn't.
Boutique. But later, after we listened to other Beastie Boys,
No.
I figure you would have went and
That's
found
exactly
this.
why I picked this for you.
Yeah, that's what my assumption was.
I didn't hear Paul's Boutique until college.
This is remixed really well, by the way.
It's a great song.
And I like the cowbell.
Yeah. I
Wait a
love
minute.
it.
I like
Yeah.
the Welcome Back Cotter part.
So
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, so we have the same
No
honorable mention.
way.
I mean, I'm looking right at it.
Of all the songs,
Yeah.
that's
Debuted
killer.
August 5th at number 67.
Yeah, that's what I got. Yeah.
Paul's Boutique. Only hit number 36.
Mm-hmm.
141 in Australia. Again, under 100. But to be fair, when this first came out, it didn't go over well anywhere. Everyone thought Paul's Boutique because it didn't sound like Licensed to Ill,
Mm-hmm.
that they didn't like it. And now everybody goes back and like, oh, Paul's Boutique's a masterpiece.
Mm-hmm.
That's the new thought nowadays.
Yeah, I don't have anything else to add. It was the album's only charting single. I have here. It was also the first single in history to chart in the top 20 of both the Billboard Hot rap singles and modern rock charts, hitting number 10 on the former and number 18 on the latter.
Really good.
Cashbox said this is extremely funky and way catchy.
Way
and I really
catchy.
like that. Got more hits than
So
Sadahara.
Yeah, on over under I said 0.
We had 3.
3.
Wow.
So
No, I didn't see the honorable mention coming.
Toy Soldiers and Hey Ladies.
Yeah.
And the last one was, I believe, wasn't it August? Or no, it was July.
Yeah.
Nope, that was,
What did we pick?
yeah, what was the other one? We crossed over one
Blame
more
It
time.
on the
Blame It on the
Rain.
Rain. Yeah,
Yep.
so both of our brains were operating in the same
Yeah.
headspace on a couple of those. A couple other songs I looked at for you.
Yeah.
You mentioned a couple of them, so I won't repeat those. But I Won't Back Down by Tom Petty. I don't know why I didn't pick that. I guess I saw that as a softball.
Yeah,
so
that
I
would have been.
didn't. I didn't throw it in there.
That would have been.
You went Bat Dance. I actually, in August, I almost had Party Man for you, which is a Prince song.
Yeah.
And that's the one where he's
for the
in
Joker.
the museum and they're
Yeah.
defacing all the pictures and stuff. I thought that was a pretty good
Yeah.
song. But August was good for me anyway, so I won't be too upset about that.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's where I was.
What about, I'm looking back at March. You had Funky Cold Medina.
Yeah.
We talked about that
We've
one.
had that one.
Wind Beneath My Wings.
Horrible. So that would have gotten you. I would have violated the grading criteria and just given that an F. And I said I
That's
don't
not
want to give
violating.
Fs.
Oh,
Well, I said
didn't
C
know.
minus was the
It's like,
lowest.
an F is
That
a
would have
grade.
gotten an F. That is an awful song. It's have you listened to that lately? Did you listen to it in prep?
It's awful.
It's rough.
Yeah.
Like, you get through that. I don't need that.
Let's see. Like a Prayer was that month. You did have a Bobby Brown,
Yes, I did.
but he had a couple.
He did.
He had Roni.
Yeah, Roni. I looked at
Roni
a
in
couple
January.
times. I liked
Every Little
Roni.
Step in March.
Oh, those were good ones.
You had Debbie Gibson.
Yeah. You weren't a big Gibson fan, so I didn't go to the Debbie.
No.
I wanted to just to play it, but I knew I'd get a bad grade on it.
Yeah. So there's some good ones.
There were some good ones. But overall, the lists are pretty good. We actually, did pretty good. And on those 3-week crossover, I think our thought processes were the same.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
since we were basically the same age, that can make sense.
Well, totally makes sense.
Totally makes
Yeah.
sense. Now, when we did our 90s list, we didn't cross over at all.
We did.
We had 3 on this one. Oh, no, because you were out in left
Oh,
field.
that's right. I was picking
you were
some
just-
wacko
yeah,
ones.
you were doing your own thing. So you thought you were
I was being obstinate.
you were a funny guy.
Thought I was
So-
a comedian.
But I think overall, if you put those together, that's a pretty good look at what 1989 looked like.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Cool.
So, well, that brings us to the end of this episode of Totally 80s and 90s Recall. Hopefully you've enjoyed a look back as we created a couple playlists for each other from 1989. I might have won again, but that's okay. They're still both good this time. So if you like this podcast, please hit that subscribe button and share it with a friend. Then head on over to Apple, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts and leave us feedback and 5 stars, which will help the show grow. Rob and I love hearing from our listeners. We definitely do. So please leave us a message on Instagram, Twitter, or our website, which are all included in the show notes. Also, if you like today's musical choices, there are links to Spotify, Apple, and Amazon playlists in the show notes. So enjoy away. And you can hear all these great songs that we had. You can also find playlists for all of our previous music-based episodes. Finally, go ahead and email us at 80s90srecall@gmail.com with comments, show ideas, or anything you'd like to hear in the future, or to just tell us we're awesome. We like that too. So if you want to send an email, you guys are great. That's all you have to say, and we will revel in our popularity. Is that right?
Yeah, we'll revel in it. Yeah.
Yes, we'll live on that for weeks.
Weeks.
Hey, we got an email. Someone said we're awesome.
Hey.
I would tell everybody that.
Yeah.
Like hang it up at work, print it out, put it on the wall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's cool. Perfect. Hey, so what's our homework for next time?
No, the homework for next time
Yes,
is
for next time.
amazing. Okay, so very excited about this.
Okay. Oh, boy.
It's going to be Beautiful.
Oh.
Okay, that's a 2000s reference, but
Yeah.
I'm going to do it anyway. To kick off our summer,
Okay.
we'll be spending the next 3 weeks reviewing, for me, 3 of the greatest action films of the 1990s that all star Nicolas Cage, who's awesome.
Okay.
In a segment we're going to call Caged In, we'll be reviewing his 3 hit films, The Rock, Con Air, and Face Off, which all came out in the summers of 1996 and 1997. So for next week, to get Caged In started, we'll be talking about the 1996 Michael Bay directed blockbuster, The Rock.
The Rock.
Yes. It's going to be great.
That was with Sean Connery.
Sean Connery.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
It's going to be epic. You don't want to miss it. And if you haven't seen The Rock in a long time, so that you know what we're talking about, go ahead, go watch The Rock this week, and you will know and be able to be familiar with everything we're talking about.
Now, are we going to be doing this alone?
We will not. We're going to have a guest
Okay.
in studio. We will reveal our guest
Okay.
on the show.
Okay. All right. I'm excited. I got some homework to do.
You do have homework to do.
You've probably already seen it
The greatness of Nicolas Cage. I've seen these movies
many times.
more than I should have, and I'll watch them again because I love them all. So, well, you got anything else?
I've got nothing else.
Nothing else. Fancy goodbye.
No fancy goodbye.
All right.
Peace out.